Right. What is auto scaling? Now, there are two types of scalings actually. One is horizontal scaling, and the another type of scaling is vertical scaling. There are two types of scaling. One is horizontal scaling, two types, horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. Okay. First, let's discuss about this vertical scaling. Let's discuss about the vertical scaling. Right. Now, I have created one instance like this. This instance configurations are like this. Like it is having, I have taken here 8 GB RAM, 1 CPU, and hard disk some around 100 GB. Just assume that, okay? Just assume that these are the configurations for this instance which I have given, right? On top of this instance, one commercial website I am using, okay? Some web application, some web app is running on top of this instance, okay? So my expectation, this is new website. I have expected that every month there might be some 500 users might come and visit my website. For that reason, I have created this instance. Now, next month, if you what happened means this users count was increased to 1000. Okay, I'm writing here 1k. The users count was increased to 1000. Obviously, what happens? This machine will go down, right? Because the user count was increased to 1k. So its capacity, it can handle only 500 users. This machine above 500 users means it cannot handle. So what happens? I will remove this instance in this case, and again I will create one more instance like this, and with some higher configuration. This time I will create the instance. Like now I am taking here 16 GB RAM. I am upgraded. I have upgraded. Previously I have used a lesser configuration related instance. Now what I am doing here? I am upgrading my instance, right? In that case, I have deleted the previous instance. Now I am creating one new instance for the based on the traffic. I am going to upgrade the instance. Now here I have taken like something like 200 GB. Okay, now this machine is capable of holding this much number of users, right? So same here, like here the web application is running here also. On top of this instance also the web app is running. Okay, now festival season came, right? Festival season came. Now obviously the user count again it will get increased. Now it went to 5k. Now what happens again? Again this second instance also will go down, right? In that case it will go down. Again I need to create one more machine with more number of configuration, with higher configuration, right? So in this way I need to, again what I have done here, again I need to create one more instance with some higher configuration than previous instance. Higher values I need to put here. It means I need to take higher RAM, right? RAM should be very high, not 16 GB. It will not support now. 2 CPU, okay, and something hard disk size also I need to increase. So these type of things I need to do again, right? So now what happens? Okay, I have created one more instance also. Just assume that I have created for this 5k also. I have created one more instance, right? 5k also I have created one more instance. Now what happened means, now the user count suddenly went to from 5k to it reached again to 500. Again it reached to 500. Now what happens? My expectation, right? my expectation, uh, right now the users count is 5k. That's the reason I have created a new instance. Now user count got reduced to 500 again. It came back to original state, right? So in such scenario, what I need to do? Again, I need to go back. Again, I need to use my previous instance only, because here the CPU utilization is not there, not happening, right? CPU utilization should happen then only, because if I am creating this much higher configuration instance means, right? What happens here? I need to utilize it, right? I need to utilize this instance also, right? 100% utilization should be happen. At least 90% or 95% utilization is should happen. But instead of this, what happening here? Only 20% utilization is there because of the traffic. Only 20% of the utilization is there, right? So this is the major drawback. Again, what I will do? Again, I will remove this instance also. Again, I will create this old instance like this. If you remove one instance, again if you create, again if you remove, again if you change, keep on doing like this. This is nothing but the vertical scaling. Okay. Actually, vertical scaling, AWS will not support this vertical scaling, right? AWS will not suggest vertical scaling. The main reason here it will not suggest vertical scaling, because here what happens means you can customize RAM plus CPU, RAM and as well as the CPU, but you cannot do customization in a hard disk. You can increase the hard disk here, okay? You can increase the size of the disk, but you can increase, but you cannot decrease. But you cannot decrease the size of hard disk, okay? But you cannot decrease the size of hard disk. This is the major disadvantage. And after increasing the size of hard disk also, again if you want to increase the size of hard disk means at least you need to wait for 6 hours. So this is the major backdraw in this vertical scaling. That's the reason the AWS is not recommending to use this vertical scaling. Okay. So this is the disadvantage of this vertical scaling. Now let's understand about the horizontal scaling. I am having same web application I am taking, okay, same web application, but this time I am going with the horizontal scaling. Right. And this vertical scaling is represented with y-axis. It is represented with y-axis. And in the horizontal scaling, it is represented with x-axis. Right. X-axis. Right. Now here what happens? The same web application I am taking. Here I have created one instance like this. For this first instance, I have configured RAM, CPU and hard disk. Okay. Now same thing happened here also. Now same situation came here also. Right. Now in such scenario, what happens here means, in such scenario, here what happens? The same web application is there here also, right? So based on the instance, first instance, whatever the configurations that you have made in the first instance, based on that same configuration, if the traffic is more, again based on the traffic, one more instance will get created. Again one more instance will get created. Again one more instance will get created like this. So what happens here? This is nothing but the scale out. Okay, this is nothing but the scale out. We call it as scale out. Now, if the traffic is not there, the CPU utilization is not that much, then what happens again? It will remove the instances automatically. What it will do? It will remove the instances automatically, and based on the traffic it will uh, put the instances, how much instances it is required at that state. Based on that state it will keep the instances and remaining instances will get terminated. Okay, so in this way, so it will do both, scale out it will do, and scale in also. It will do scale out as well as the scale in also, right? Both it will do, right? Scale out and scale in, both it will happen, right? So this is what the horizontal scaling, we call it as this uh, auto scaling. Two types it is. One is vertical scaling and another one is horizontal scaling. So here we call it as scale up. Here we call it as scale up and scale down. Okay, here we call it as scale up and scale down. Now this is what this auto scaling, somewhat two types of scalings. And under the horizontal scaling also there are some subcategories. Again it is categorized into three parts. First one is dynamic scaling, and the second one is scheduled scaling, and the third type is predictive scaling. Okay, so dynamic scaling means based on the CPU utilization it will add or remove the instances. Based on the CPU utilization it might be add or it might remove the instances. Scheduled scaling, you can consider this as office timings. So office timings generally, if you take like 9 a.m. to, right, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., right, if you take the office timings, only at that time the instances count will be, if you put like minimum maximum values we actually give there, right? So the minimum instances base, so it will run. Okay, so minimum instances like 10, if you given 10 minutes it will run 10 instances, right? So when the traffic is there then only the instances will be running, based on this office timings. Okay, so predictive scaling, this one completely taken care by AWS itself, using some round robin algorithm. This will work. Okay, so it's completely predictively, it will, AWS will completely manage this predictive scaling. It will check out when the traffic is there, when the traffic is not there. Based on that, it will take care, right? So these are the three parts again, right? So now let's move to the practical part related to this auto scaling. Now let me open the PDF. Right. Now see here, all of you. So introduction, Amazon EC2 auto scaling helps you maintain your application availability. Application should be available for 24 by 7 hours, because your application should not go down. If the application is going down means you are getting the business loss, right? So that's the reason application availability is very important. It automatically adjusts the number of instances. As I told you in this diagram, it will automatically adjust the it will only automatically increase the instances. Again, it will only, based on the traffic, it will remove the instances, right? So this part will be also taken care by this auto scaling. This automatically adjusts the number of EC2 instances based on the conditions that we define. Okay, based on the conditions that we define, right? So previously, this auto scaling we were able to perform by using launch configuration model, but right now what happened means launch configuration option should be there. Previously, by using this launch configuration, we use it to perform auto scaling. But now by using launch template option, we are going to perform this auto scaling. So if anyone don't know what is the launch template option in AWS, please go through my previous videos. Okay, right. Now, first of all, we need to create one template. Just go to, let me check whether the template is available or not. I think yes, it was available. Let me check it out. What type of instance it is. Okay. So I am here. If you observe in the under the instances, there is an option called launch template. So I am creating one template here, or else let me go to Hyderabad region. At the Hyderabad region, I will create the launch template. So under the instances, there is an option called launch template. So just scroll down, click on create launch template. So let's name this template first. Let me name it as auto scaling underscore template. Okay. So I'm giving some name here. Description is not mandatory, and I'm going to quick start. I want to implement this on Amazon Linux. So AMI I'm choosing here as Amazon Linux. Next, instance type, I will go with T3 micro. Retail eligibility is there. Scroll down, key pair. I am creating one key pair also for this. One create key pair, and under the network settings, we'll create one new security group, and default VPC we will go with. It's fine. Adding security group rule. Here I will enable SSH port anywhere, or else you can give my IP also. I am going with my IP, and here I am going to enable one more port. I require HTTP because it is web application related. Okay, HTTP, and scroll down. In the advanced details, I am going to give the script. I am already having my bootstrap script ready with me, so I am going to give the script here. Not going to do any manual process here. Just I am giving the script, and just click on create launch template. Right. Scroll down, click on view launch template. Now my template is ready. I will use this template for auto scaling. Right. So right now let's open this PDF. See the steps to implement for auto scaling. First step, what we need to do, we need to create a launch template. Next, we need to create one SNS topic. What is the purpose of SNS? SNS stands for simple notification service. Okay, let me write down here. SNS stands for simple notification service. The purpose of SNS is, by using this SNS, we can get notifications. We can get notifications. What type of notifications? We can get notifications to our mails. To our mail, we can get the notifications. What type of notifications you will get means, whenever you add instances, you will get notified. Whenever you remove instances, you will get notified. Whenever there is a any problem, right, then also you will get notifications. So like this different this the whatever the activity that is going to happen, based on that activity you are going to get the notifications to your mails. Okay, you are going to get the notifications to your mail ID, right? So that is possible with this SNS. So let's go to the first step. We have created launch template, and I have added the bootstrap script also, and I have done that step. Next step, we need to create SNS, right? So just go to the console, and here I don't see any option, SNS option here. So just what you need to do, just go to the search and just type here SNS. You can see here it is showing simple notification service. Just click on this, and it is asking for the topic name. First of all, we need to give the topic name here. So just I am giving here topic name as auto scaling topic. Auto scaling topic. Next, click on next, and the standard choose standard only. Next, scroll down, name, auto scaling topic. The display name also, I will go with the same name, auto scaling topic. Optional actually. Scroll down, just click on create topic. Once the topic was created, now you need to go to the subscriptions here. Just click on create subscription. Select your topic and I am selecting here the protocol as email. Okay. Other than email, if you choose any other option, AWS will charge you. That's the reason I'm going with email. Email is free of cost. They are offering. Right. Next, endpoint, it is asking. Endpoint is nothing but our mail ID. So I'm entering my mail ID here. So you need to give exactly your mail ID only, because for verification purpose, the mail will get, you will get one mail from their side. You need to accept that, then only the subscription will get confirmed. Don't give any other Gmail addresses here. Okay. So just scroll down and click on create subscription. Subscription created successfully. Now if I go see here, you can see the status also here. Its status is pending confirmation. Now I got the mail to my mobile. Now I am going to Gmail. Let me open the Gmail and confirm the subscription. I got the mail and I am clicking on confirm subscription. Now the subscription confirmed. Now see here, the status will get changed. Now I will do refresh once. Now see here, the status got changed to confirm, right? So in this way, we need to create the SNS, right? Next step, we need to create auto scaling group. Now go back to AWS, select EC2, and left side scroll down. You will find an option called under auto scaling. See, I told you previously we used to perform this with launch configurations, but right now we are going with the option called launch template. If you want to watch that video also previously, that video also is available in our channel. My previous videos, it is there how I did with this launch configuration, but somewhat huge process that is. So if you want to watch, you can watch that also. Now I am going with the auto scaling groups. Click on this auto scaling group and click on create auto scaling group. First of all, we need to give the name here. So I am entering here auto scaling group as name. Now template, it is asking me to select. Already we have created the template. The same template I am using here. Next. Click on next. Scroll down. And here the VPC, okay, default VPC we are going with, and select all the availability zones. Scroll down, click on next. And here you can see it is asking you to select three options. It is showing you. First option is without load balancer. The second option is attach to an existing load balancer. We don't have any existing load balancer. Without load balancer, auto scaling will not work. That thing also you need to remember. So for auto scaling purpose, you require a load balancer. So traffic will first touch the load balancer, then auto scaling will be performed. Right. So to do load balancer, but you don't require any auto scaling. Okay, that point you need to remember here. Now attached to an we don't have any existing one. Now we want to create one new load balancer. So select the third option, scroll down, and load balancer type it is asking. I am going with the application load balancer. If you want to try with network NLB, you can try with that also. Now schema should be internet facing here. Public access will be there. If you put it under the internal means, so it is used. It will not work in the public domain because we need to create one VPC for internal networks. It is going to happen, right? So scroll down. Next here protocol 80, and I'm going to create one target group and scroll down. Next health checks. I'm not going to do any changes here. Just click on next. Now see here that desired capacity it is asked. What do you mean by desired capacity? Means whenever you are going to deploy your application, at that time the number of instances here, whatever the value you put, if I put 5 here, the number of instances 5 will get deployed at the beginning stage along with the application, right? So the desired capacity is that one. Next, if I scroll down here, you can see the minimum desired capacity and maximum desired capacity. Now I am keeping here minimum desired capacity as 1 and I am setting here as 10. Now I have taken here maximum desired capacity and as 10. It means that 10 instances will get deployed? No, right? Based on the CPU utilization only, this is going to deploy the instances, right? Okay, at the starting stage only 5 instances we can see, and when if the traffic is there, if the traffic is not there, the minimum desired capacity I have set it to 1 means only the one instance is going to run, even though the traffic is there or not. Okay, so scroll down. Don't select any other options here. Just scroll down. Just click on next. Now it is asking you, see here, add notification. We have already created a notification, that is SNS. So we need to select the selecting. I'm selecting here that SNS topic and event types. Everything you need to select. Just now I told na, whenever to add, whenever to remove, or else there is any problem, for every time you need to get the notification, right? So these all options you need to select and click on next. And here I am giving the key as value, and here I am giving the value as auto scaling instances. The value whatever you are going to give here, the instances which are going to get created by this auto scaling group, those all machines will have this name only. Okay, just click on next. That's it. So everything, you no need to create any load balancers manually, right? Target groups, no need to do any manual process. Everything will be taken care with the help of this auto scaling groups only. It is going to manage those all things. Just after this, just click on create auto scaling group. Once you are done with this means, just scroll down. Next we need to create one CloudWatch alarm. Okay, so based on the CPU utilization, we are selecting this as choosing this as a metric, right? Based on these metrics, it's going to, we need to define some metrics here. It means we need to set some conditions. Based on the conditions, these conditions only, the machines will get added or removed. Okay, so now go to AWS again. In this search, just type here CloudWatch. So actually CloudWatch is a monitoring service which it monitor your resources and the applications. Just click on CloudWatch here. So here, go to alarms. Click on all alarms. Click on create alarm. First we need to select the metric. Metric I am going with the EC2 and by auto scaling group. And here we need to find CPU utilization. See here it is there. CPU utilization. I am going with the CPU utilization. Many metrics are also there, but in the real time, most of the clients will go with the CPU utilization only. Right? Click on select metric. Period I am going for 1 minute. Okay. Let it set to static only, threshold type. And whenever CPU utilization is greater than or equal to 70%, let's go with 70%. Whenever the CPU utilization is greater than or equal to 70%, then it is going to perform. I want to add the instance first. Okay, whenever the CPU utilization is greater than or equal to 70, I want to add the instances. Okay, select an existing SNS topic. Yes, I am selecting existing topic. Scroll down and click on next. Alarm name, it is asking alarm -1. I am taking the name as, just click on next. Okay, just go back once. Where is that option to add the instances? Okay. Okay. Next, click on next. First alarm I am creating with these things. Click on next. Next. Just click on create alarm. First alarm. And one more alarm also I'm creating. Select metric as EC2, right? Click on EC2 by auto scaling group, and CPU utilization select, and click on select metric. This time the second alarm I am setting. Here also period 1 minute. Now I am going with the less than. If the CPU utilization is less than 40, then it should remove the instances. Just click on next. Select existing topic that we have created, SNS topic. Click on next. Alarm name it is asking. I am going with the name called alarm -2. Just click on next and scroll down. Click on create alarm. So 2 alarms I have created, right? So now we need to define some policy. I already told you now here. So under this auto scaling also some policies will be there: dynamic scaling, schedule scaling, predictive scaling. Now we are going to implement this dynamic scaling. I cannot implement and show you this scheduled scaling. I cannot implement this predictive scaling because uh, this is based on the office timings and this is based on the AWS itself, right? So we cannot perform that. So I am going with the dynamic scaling. Now what you need to do? Just go to the AWS again, back to, and just click on EC2, go to your auto scaling groups. Now if you see here, go to instances. Now you see here 5 instances are getting deployed. See how many instances are deployed? 1 2 3 4 5 5 instances, because this is the desired state which we have given. Now based on the policy that we define, it will come into action, and it will because right now the traffic is not there, it is going to remove one-on-one the instances, right? So just scroll down and click on this auto scaling group. Select your scaling group and go to the third tab, automatic scaling. Now here you can see the policies: dynamic scaling, predictive scaling, scheduled scaling. So let's go with the dynamic scaling. Click on create dynamic scaling and choose a simple scaling. Just I am giving some name as simple policy, and alarm I am going to choose first alarm, and action to take. What action I need to take? I want to add the instances whenever the CPU utilization is greater than or equal to 70%. Now, then I want to add one more instance. Okay. So, and wait for at least 300 seconds and click on create. Right. Again, one more policy also I am defining. Again, simple scaling. Simple scaling to alarm. Second alarm I'm selecting here. Now I want to remove the instance. Now see here, CPU utilization is less than 40%. I want to remove one instance every time. So here also 300 seconds I am giving. Click on create. That's it. We are done with creating auto scaling. Now go to the instances. Now if you see here, one-on-one instances will get terminated. It will take some time. Let's observe this one, right? Now here 1 or 2 minutes or 5 minutes initially we need to wait for this. Then after we can see the result here. Now let's go to the auto scaling groups. Select this one. Next, let's move to the next part called status checks, right? In the AWS we have another type of concept called status checks, right? So now let's discuss about this status. So if you see the overview, EC2 status checks monitor the health of AWS systems and EC2 instances. These automated checks run every minute and help to detect underlying issues that might require user or AWS intervention. There are 2 types of status checks actually. One is system status check and another type is instance status check. In the system status check, what happens means it monitors the AWS hardware and systems hosting the EC2 instances. System status check means AWS. Okay, from the AWS side, what type of issues that might occur? There might be loss of internet connectivity, network connectivity. There might be from their side, it might be this some power loss. It might happen, or there might be some software or hardware issues on the physical host. Okay. So what is the resolution for this? wait for the AWS to resolve the issue, right? Recommended if it persists beyond 20 minutes, we need to send some to the support. We need to write some message, right? So in that way we can do the from their side they need to resolve this one. From our side we cannot do anything, right? Because it's a system status check fail means from their side it is happening. Now one more type of status check is there, that is nothing but the instance status check. In this we can do something else here, right? What is that? I will tell you. Now see here, monitors configurations or software issues with the instance. The status check is nothing but the instance. Why the instance will get failed means from our side it might happen, or else from the AWS side also the problem might occur. So the common causes of the failure here is failed system status checks, incorrect networking or startup configurations, or exhausted memory or corrupted file systems. These type of problems it might occur from our side. So what is the resolution means? Simply we can reboot the instance, then it will get resolved. Okay. So understanding what you can see here, there might be some values also here. Let me create the instance first for the status check purpose. So we will go with the practical part for this one. Status check demo. I am giving the name as status check demo. Scroll down. I am going with the Amazon Linux in the instance type and click on create key pair. I am creating one key pair here, and network settings. Let me go with the only one port I will enable here, that is SSH, and with my IP only I am going. The configure storage, that's okay. For this one just click on yes, launch instance. That's it. Now whenever you see 2x2 or 3x3 from AWS side and from our side, there is no problem at all. The instances is in healthy state, right? So there is no problem at all. That thing you need to remember. Whenever you see some regions, it might show 3x3, it might show 2x2 in some regions, right? Both the sides there is no problem from AWS side and from our side. So instance 6 passed. Okay, you can see here also. We go here, just to refresh once. See, one mission automatically terminated. I did not terminate this mission, right? Because there is no traffic, that it got terminated, and I am receiving the mails also from the AWS team, right? The mission got terminated, right? So in this way it will work. Okay. So now if you see here, 3x3 checks passed, 3x3 checks passed, 3x3 check passed are there. It means that from both our side as well as AWS side, there is no problem at all. From both the sides, instances are running smoothly, right? So here the status check, it is right now whatever the instance that we have created right now, it is in the initializing state. 1 or 2 minutes it will go to 3x3, this one also. Just let me check it out. Okay, no problem. Let's wait for this. Still in initializing state. Okay, so whenever you see 1x2 status check, when it occurs means system status check pass, but our side there is a problem. Okay, when you see this 1x2, whenever there is a problem from our side, the instance will go down, then it will show you as 1x2. When it will show 0x2 means it means that system check failed. Because of the system check, obviously from our side also we cannot access the instance, then it will show 0x2. Both the sides the checks will failed. Okay, this type of this is the meaning of 1x2, 2x2 and 0x2. Okay, I do refresh once. Rising state. Taking a lot of time to show this. Now let me do one thing. First of all, now it is showing, see, 3x3 checks passed. 3x3 checks passed, right? Okay. Now you can see here 3x3 checks passed. Now what I am going to do? I am going to create an instance. Now I am going to create one instance. I am going to create a problem from our side manually. I am going to stop the network. I am going to stop the network manually. So in such scenario, it should show you 1 by 2 as status. Okay, 1 by 2 means from our side there is a problem, right? Whenever there is a problem from our side, it will show status check as 1 by 2. So at this state I want to bring, at this state I want to bring the instance. So go here. Now let's first connect to the instance. I'm going to take direct access. Direct console access I am taking. You can log in with putty, mobile customer, or whatever CLI, whatever you want, you can do that. Okay, fail to connect to instance. Unable to ensure that instance network configured. Okay, what I have done. Acha. Right. We'll go with the CLI then. I understand the issue. Then I'm going to the downloads location and I am going to copy the SSH command now. Copy the SSH command and here into paste the SSH command. It will do login. Now type S here, press enter. See, login was happened. Now I am going to simulate a failed instance check scenario. Okay, so create a EC2 instance first. I already created it. Now I am going to first do updation part. I'm going to update the packages which are available. And after that I will perform, I am going to install some tools related to network. These are the packages actually related to network related packages. These are, so they got installed and now I am going to type here sudo system stop network manager. We might get some errors also. This fail to stop, the type of errors you might see. Press enter. So it is saying that it is going to stop the network. Now after that what we need to do, we need to get down this Ethernet also. Eth means Ethernet. So this is the virtual port which will be enabled. So just say here sudo if config h0 down. Press enter. Error while getting interface flag, no such device. Okay, just typing here if config. What is our Ethernet name? We need to check. So it is ENS5, not Eth0. So I am going with this ENS5. That's it. Now if I type any letters on my keyboard, I cannot perform any operation right now because I have manually stopped the network. Okay, I am going back to the console area. In the I am going to select these instances. Now it will show you the state as, see what happens here. The status checks. See, one more instance also getting terminated. See, the instances are getting terminated because there is no traffic at all, right? So this is how we need to perform the auto scaling. We do refresh. After few minutes, what happens? This status check will show you as, it might show you 2 by 3 or 1 by 2, 1 by 3. That will show you, right? Wait for this. Okay, so this is all about the status check. You can see here I can't able to access the, see again it showed connection timeout, right? So it will, after some time, what happens here means it might show 2 by 3 or 1 by 3. Might have shown you this. It's taking some time, so that's the reason I am going to stop the session here, right? So from your side you can perform this activity and you can mention in the comment section if you can ask me in the comment section if you have any doubts. This is all about the topics which we have discussed today. So one is auto scaling and another one is status check. So we'll continue in the next class. Thank you for watching my video. After the practice, just delete everything I'm going to delete the auto scaling groups, going to remove the instances. Automatically they will get terminated. Now go to the SNS and remove this SNS also. Go to topics, subscription, get your subscription, go and delete, at the topic, at this one, go and delete me. And we have created a CloudWatch alarm also. That one also we need to. So in this process, you will get lot of mails from the AWS side. No need to worry about. Okay, common. Click on CloudWatch and remove this alarms. Select your both. I am selecting both the alarms. Go to actions. Everything get deleted. Or if I go to EC2, this will get terminated now. The running instance are there. See here. Now you can see the status check as 2 by 3. 6 passed. Okay. So this is what I want to show you because of the manual process. Here what I have done, I have stopped the network manually.